Cassius parried the incoming attacks, panting. The palace guard grinned wickedly and swung low, sweeping at Cassius's legs. But the tiger leapt over the swinging blade. He deftly tumbled behind the guard and placed his rapier between her shoulder blades. The guard dropped her weapon, held up her hands and mouth, something. She slowly turned to face him and glared. Cassius sheathed his rapier, mouthed something at her, paused and grinned. He dismissed the silent spell and chuckled. "Did you say something?" The guard snorted and picked up her weapon. She leaned against the guest room wall to catch her breath. After a moment, she replied, "I said, I yield. You would have heard me if it wasn't for that magic of yours." Cassius laughed. "True, but that spell allowed us to have the duel in the first place without attracting any undue attention." He returned to his human form and nodded, wiping sweat from his brow. "Thank you for indulging me." The guard smirked, but did not reply. Cassius sat on the edge of the bed. "I wonder how long they're going to be. Any guesses?" She shook her head. "They're probably dead." Cassius snorted. "Oh, I very much doubt that. They're picking up some equipment, that's all. It's not like they'll do anything foolish, like deactivate that force field in the prison area. Nothing good could come of that, I'm certain." She shrugged. "I honestly don't know how long I should stick around in Starfall," he pondered. "Leave now. I won't stop you." The guard smirked again. Cassius let out a sigh. "Are you always this pleasant? Are you always this talkative?" He glared at her, but remained silent for a moment before standing up and stretching. "I have an idea. Would you like to hear some of the new play I'm going to be performing?" "No." "Why am I not surprised?" He shrugged. "That's fine, I'll perform it anyway. It's called Cat on a Hot Adamantine Roof." He closed his eyes, cleared his throat, and was startled as he heard the door shut. The guard was nowhere to be seen. Well, that was rude. But the show must go on, as they say. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play that's down with MDD, Magic Dog Damage. I'm your host, and here's everyone.
You know
Yeah,
me.
you know me.
Hello.
Got that magic dog in him.
I totally know what we did last time because it wasn't a month ago.
We stole some guy's kidney.
Like heroes do.
Do you really need both of those?
Last week on the program, we jumped right into a fight with Krymox the Thrice Flensed and his two lady friends. And it went as fights often do. There was some flanking, there was a lot of hitting, and some flensing. And by the end of it, Krymox was quadra-flensed, which seemed to be over his flensing limit. And his lady friends were also disposed of, after which the party got back all of Vargas's stuff, Tarazi's stuff, and then they took the cybernetics out of the old Thrice Flensed, including a cyber kidney, which is, of course, the most important cybernetic organ of them all. After that, they had officially finished the sub-basement of the Technic League facility, and they're like, well, it's time to get out of here. But there was that pulsing, weird purple wall with the weirdly smooth room on the other side of it. And it was just beckoning, wondering what exactly was going on over there. So they decided, why not turn off the force field just to take a little peek? just a little quick peek. BRIXBI ran around to the control room that is safely on the other side of a glass wall and up a set of stairs, and turned off the wall, revealing some sort of weird glowing, or let me read a description of it rather than trying to do one off the dome. An amorphous blob of violet energy that ripples like a globe of floating liquid. It does appear to be periodically lashing out with tendrils of blue light. It appears to be alive. It appears to be coming towards you now that the force field is gone. So it appears to be time to roll for initiative.
This thing's just like an angry lava lamp.
Like one of those like Tesla balls.
It's a torment nexus.
Yeah, again, we did not get the moral of the story of do not free the torment nexus.
Let's go by proximity to the torment nexus. What did Tarazi get?
Say 21 total, as opposed to a natural 21.
It's an unnatural 21. How about Kira?
A dirty 24.
And Alwyn?
21.
And BRIXBI safe in the other room.
Relaxing in the control chair like he's Homer Simpson at work, he rolls a 6 for a 15.
All right, we are beginning combat with Kira. You can't even see this thing. It's fine. You should probably just spend your turn hanging out.
Yeah, I imagine Kira looks at BRIXBI, who is presumably saying, sorry guys, sucks for you, and leaving. Gives him a quick thumbs up, and we'll delay. Yeah.
All right, how about Alwyn?
Alwyn is going to say, oh, wait, what's in there? And he is going to move 15 feet to his west so that he can see this thing. And if I would like to roll something on this, what would the roll be?
You would roll a dungeoneering.
That is a 14 for a 19.
Nope.
I was going to say, does a 19 get anything against this thing we're fighting one of at level 15?
Probably not.
Okay, then that's all he's going to do. I don't want to attack it while it's still like in there not doing anything. So that will be his turn.
All right. How about Tarazi and Rusty?
Oh, I'll try my own Dungeonero. It's a bad roll. So, no, nothing doing there. I guess this thing was locked in, so Tarazi doesn't love the idea of it coming out. He's just gonna bravely enter the chamber and attack a plasma ball.
Okay. Can you make me a fortitude save as you enter the chamber?
Sure. Say a dirty 30.
All right, you're all right.
Great. Doo-doo-doo. Everything's gonna be fine. Looks an awful lot like an aberration. Would you say?
It's a little bit goopier than your average aberration, which is a high bar, but
for the purposes of favorite enemy, is this?
No, it's an ooze.
Oh. And then I will not enjoy the favorite enemy bonuses afforded to me by the rules of the game, and power attack this ooze that probably can't be crit.
I don't know if you can hit this AC. This is a really high AC.
26?
Yeah.
That would be a critical threat of the 32, but I don't think it matters.
Sure don't.
Oh, hey, another critical threat. Doesn't matter. 24. All right, so that is 3 hits on this thing. I'm going to roll it in the guy slowly. There we go. 73 off the null blade.
Okay. 73 damage. And what type of damage was that?
Slashing, which is probably really good on things that might split.
So good. Let me
3
just
slashing attacks for those listening at home.
Let me just do some math here. This just got complicated.
Oh no.
Oh no. Gang.
As this ooze does indeed split.
Oh no.
So you only hit the total once instead of twice. So that's the good thing.
Nice.
So there's only 2 of them.
Okay.
2s.
Hey. Seeing that happen, he's just gonna have Rusty held back. So he doesn't bite off more than he can chews.
Oh.
Hoo-hoo-hoos. All right, BRIXBI.
So BRIXBI, seeing Tarazi bravely enter the room, realizes that he cannot stay in the place that he is. He also can't really teleport out of here, so it's going to be a double move to get him into essentially the doorway. Can he roll a knowledge?
That would be a Dungeonero.
Dungeonero it is. Ooh. Likes the 6 today. That is a 28.
That is not going to tell you what this creature is, or these creatures, I suppose it is now.
Oh no. BRIXBI's like, I don't know what that is, and that's bad. That's his turn.
All right, which will
Can
bring
I
us...
reinsert?
Oh, are you hopping back in?
I would like to. Yes, please.
You can, if you so choose.
I so choose. Kira sees Tarazi go into the room and is like, oh, I guess we're going in. Okay. And will follow and stand here-ish.
That will be a fortitude save.
Oh, right. The fort save. Yeah, okay. I don't have any dice today because of reasons. Fort save is a plus 16. Oh, also, she's going to go ahead and rage. Let's do that. Let's say that she is the old rage and move. Ooh, terrible. That's a 23.
Oh, no. So, quick question.
Oh,
You
no.
guys don't have delay poison communal right now, do you?
Don't we always have delay poison communal?
I think we actually do.
Do you?
I mean, we often do.
Yeah, no, we do.
Okay, that is extremely fortuitous. Just because, you know,
I do have it checked off as one use.
that's good. Kira would otherwise have severe radiation poisoning right now.
Yikes. You hate to see it.
But since you're not poisoned, probably, you may continue.
Yeah, I think, well, actually, I don't know that Kira saw what just happened, but she does see 2 identical ooze-shaped things, and we'll say, huh, all right. So she brings out Lucy. Hey, Lucy. It's been a minute. And she'll go with that, which is a, oh, terrible, 32.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. 33 points of bludgeoning damage, we'll say.
All right, that was on the contemptuous Blorbo.
We'll say the one to the left.
Okay. All right. I mean, it seems to take all the damage. It's hard to tell when it's, you know, a big weird blob.
Yeah, Kira thinks this is very gross, but is like, I guess this is what we're doing.
All right, so that brings us to Blob turn. And the first Blob, as a free action, is going to make a combat maneuver check against everyone within 30 feet who is either metal, wearing metal armor, or holding a metal weapon. So I guess my question is Alwyn any of those things?
No.
All right, because BRIXBI's far enough away. All right, well, we're going to have CMD checks against... we'll start with Kira, and then we'll move to Tarazi, and then big old wolf boy. All right, CMD check against Kira, or CMB check against Kira against your CMD is 42.
Ooh, just made it.
All right, you are pulled 10 feet toward the blob, which means you are pulled into the blob's square, so I do need a reflex save immediately.
Okay, I will make an immediate reflex save. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, dirty 30.
Bad news, you are engulfed.
Dang it, not good news. Well, you said bad news, I said good.
You take 10 electricity damage and 18 fire damage as you are engulfed by this horrible thing.
Okay, but the fire damage is reduced by 10. Okay. All right. Kira's engulfed.
All right, 35 to Magnet Tarazi.
No. CMD
Ooh.
37.
Yes.
Well done, Tarazi.
Oh,
Boy, sturdy.
Ooh, only a 34 to Magnet. Our dear friend Rusty, I believe he's wearing metal.
he is, and his CMD is 35, so close.
Ooh. All right, he's all right. Okay, that was a free action.
Yeah.
As a standard action, this weird blob friend is gonna shoot some lasers. Just, as one does, it's gonna shoot 3 lasers, and it's just gonna go right in a line. We'll go one at Tarazi, one at Alwyn, and then one at Rusty. That is a 17 versus touch on Tarazi.
Yeah.
All right. 18 electricity and 12 fire. Ooh, 27 versus touch on Alwyn.
Yep, that will definitely hit.
9 electricity
Oh.
and 12 fire. And only a 13 versus touch on Rusty.
No, Rusty's touch is 15.
All right. Well, that's the good news is that's the end of the contemptuous Blorbos turn. The bad news is there is a second Blorbo. And it's going to do the same thing. Now, since it's kind of off to the side, it doesn't really have an angle on Alwyn and Rusty, so we're only
Okay.
magneting Kira and Tarazi this time.
Neat.
So, natural 1 to magnet Kira, so she gets to stay in the blob she's in. That's the good news.
Yay.
Natural 1 to magnet Tarazi as well.
Whew.
That's the good news. The bad news is there's more lasers. More good news, only 2 lasers. To laser Kira, we have a 27 versus touch.
Now, does this also laser the friend that I am inside? Because that feels fair.
It does feel fair. Unfortunately, it can't really laser itself.
I'm skeptical. But you said 27?
Yeah.
Yeah, 27's pretty good.
13 electricity and 20 fire.
Okay.
And then a 21 versus touch on Tarazi.
Yep.
15 electricity and 11 fire. And that's it. Just a nice, easy turn.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even get magneted into one ooze. So, Alwyn's up at the top of round 2.
Okay. So Alwyn is going to lift both hands and cross them, and he does that weird thing he did the other day because it's been 24 hours and he can do it again, and kind of like throat singing says 2 things at once, and is going to cast the 5th level oracle spell Blood Tentacles and the 3rd level sorcerer spell Battering Blast at the same time, using lesser spell synthesis. So he erupts with 15 tentacles and also fires 3 blasts of force at the one that's directly in front, the one that was the original one. And I did reread that and realize I did Battering Blast wrong last time, that you actually do make all 3 rolls for the CMD and you just take the highest. So you basically get 3 triple advantage. But I'm going to roll to hit first with those. So this is range touch. First one is going to be a 26.
Yep.
All right. Second one is a 27.
Yep.
And the final one is a 29. So those are all hits. So that is going to be... each one does 5d6. So... do you want me to roll that 3 separate times? Does it have any kind of resistance to anything? Or
what kind of
should I
damage
just roll 15d6? It's bludgeoning force damage.
You're good to roll them all together.
Okay, so 15d6. So that is 65 points of damage. And then... actually, I can roll this one on my d20. So I get a plus 28 to this, and I get to roll it 3 times to see if I beat his CMD. For a bull rush. That is a 4 for a 32.
No.
Actually, I guess I should just see what my highest one is. So that is an 18 for a 46.
46 actually does it, yeah.
And a 19, so 47. So does 47 beat its CMB or CMD?
Yeah.
Does it beat it by more than 5?
No.
Okay, so it's knocked back 5 feet, and it's an ooze, so I don't believe it can go prone.
Yeah, it cannot.
Yeah, but it is knocked back 5 feet. And that'll be his turn.
All right, that one looks quite near death. I do have a correction, though. Lucy didn't seem to hurt it. I didn't realize before, but it is immune to that particular way of hurting things.
Okay.
All right, Tarazi and Rusty are up.
Because Tarazi was going to switch to shield bashing, but when he saw that Lucy didn't do much, it's like, I guess we'll just keep splitting these things. What could possibly go wrong? As a swift action, though, he is going to call down a Judgment of Purity to give himself just a little bit of save bonus, because he saw Kira get engulfed and doesn't want that to happen to him. Yep. Let's just slash. And basically, is it don't roll a 1 on the AC?
Yeah.
Cool. Because the last one's an 11 total with a 3.
That still hits by a ways.
All right, I'm gonna roll it in the guy again. It's gonna be so good. That wasn't very good. I think it's the same thing I got last time. 65 slashing damage. Oh no.
Well, it's gonna split again. But all the resultant ones look pretty weak. Let me just gather this adjective. Oh, this one's Zen. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, they both look quite weak, but they both exist. There are now 3.
Rusty's gonna say, tell him to scoot back so he doesn't get in range of magnets.
Wait, you know how they work?
Yep. Sure do with that -1 int.
It's a real timely cultural reference there.
People love ICP.
Yes.
Lack of knowledge on how magnets work is timeless.
All right, that brings us to BRIXBI. You are still at a safe distance, but there are more Blorbos every day.
It's true. And let's see if I can work towards Blorbo reduction in a general sense. BRIXBI bravely steps out 5 feet and even takes a 5-foot step closer. And then he's going to cast a spell that I don't believe that he's cast yet in this square right here called Caustic Eruption. He is going to cast this with selective spell, accepting his friends who would go within its 30-foot radius. So just this entire room. Everything is going to take... Well, first, everything needs to roll a reflex save, and by everything, I mean Blorbo.
All 3 Blorbos reflex saves.
Yes.
I think the
Alright,
plural
start.
of Blorbo is Blorbo.
Blorbi.
Blorbi, you're right. My bad. It's the Latin.
Blorbe.
We've got a 21 for the contemptuous Blorbo.
Not good enough.
A 13 for the kind Blorbo.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
And the Zen Blorbo busting out a 23.
Still a failure. It's a level 7 spell, so it's got a DC 25. So it's cool. Everything's just going to take... What level are we? 15? 15d6 acid damage. For this round. So just a cheeky 46. And then on my turn for the subsequent 2 rounds, since they all failed their save, they're all going to take half of my level, so 7d6 points of acid damage if they survive.
Okay. Bad news about that is it doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh no! I was hoping, because it seemed like the fire and the whatever. All right, acid doesn't work, and that's going to be it.
All right. Earthy Kira, you did not hurt them last time.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, this time she'll spin the twist the Lucerne hammer around and try with the other end, which, given, well, no, she's no longer engulfed, right?
Actually, I now rereading the engulf rules, you are definitely still engulfed and need to escape. And engulfed creatures gain the pinned condition, are in danger of suffocating, and are trapped within the creature's body until they are no longer pinned, which means that you definitely need to try to escape.
And I probably can't attack.
Right.
Dang. Okay. My escape options are probably strength and escape artist.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in Pathfinder?
Yeah, just nobody ever uses it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably better at strength, so I'm going to try for that. Roll 1d20 plus 9. 26 to escape.
That does
Sorry,
not...
it's a 1d20 plus my strength mod, right?
I believe so. To escape a grapple.
Yeah, or an engulfment.
I believe so. Is it CMD? No, I think it's just strength. Is this a weird one? Anybody? Oh, it is a combat maneuver check to try to escape. So what would that number have been if you added your CMB?
I rolled... Sorry, hang on. Let me pull it back up.
Yeah, you rolled a 17.
So 17 plus my CMB is 39.
39 is actually still not enough.
I was worried about that.
All right, well, we tried.
I'm just going to move you in there since you are still in there. And Alwyn, shoved you also, which is pretty mean of him.
Yeah, Kira has other concerns.
I don't know what. Well, the other bad news is 30 constrict damage.
30 constrict damage?
Yeah.
It's a goo.
12 electricity damage.
Oh my gosh.
And
Those are Kira's natural enemy.
18 fire damage.
30, 12, 8. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. My HP is going down so fast. This is the worst. Okay. That's be a real sad day for Kira.
Now we're going to try to magnet Tarazi 3 times, basically. Because Kira has already been magneted. Tarazi, we are looking at a 46.
Oh, yeah. That beats it by 9, if that matters.
All right, well, you are dragged in. It would matter if your only metal thing was your weapon, but since it's your whole you. You're sucked in, and you get a fun 17 electricity and 16 fire. I think that really, like, what Izzy said last round about not being able to laser you while you're inside the plasma tubes makes sense. And that means that only one of them can actually laser, which is the one that is up now. Let's see how many lasers it gets, because it can still see people. It's got 3 lasers. So it's going to go down the line at Alwyn, BRIXBI, and how far do the lasers go? Yeah, and it will also shoot at Rusty. So,
Dang.
Alwyn first. 13 versus touch.
That might be a miss. Let me see. Yeah, my touch is 18. Wow, I'm not used to things missing.
All right. 26 versus touch for BRIXBI.
Brutal. Yeah, of course it's going to hit.
All right, that'll be 18 electricity and 14 fire. And to touch Rusty, we are looking at a total of 15.
Yeah, hits exactly.
17 electricity and 12 fire. And the other ones don't really have an angle to actually see anyone. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I'm doing such a great job. Tarazi did actually get a reflex save to avoid that engulf.
And a sky metal is a +4.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm going to use that because I think I'm going to need... I don't know for sure what the DC is, but I might not even be able to meet it with the sky metal, but I really don't think I can meet it without. So let me double check the tracker. I think I do have one. No, I have 2. Not anymore. I'm going to use 1. And then I'm going to roll so high, guys. Check it out. That is a natural 17. With the sky metal, that brings it up to a 35.
Ooh, you are not engulfed, so take that damage back. That's huge.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought the damage was
Awesome.
regardless. Okay.
No, the damage is only if you get engulfed.
Whew.
Okay, so Alwyn is going to move 15 feet forward, and then because he moved, I cannot do the full round action to slap all 3 of them, unfortunately. So I'm just going to focus on the one that is currently eating Kira, and I am going to smack at a bunch of some blood tentacles.
We're firmly in just don't roll a 1 territory.
Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, the lowest of any of those appears to be a 19, or no, a 17 is the lowest of any of them.
Yeah,
Is that it?
there was 1 natural 1, the very last roll, but all the other ones hit.
Oh, that was the 17, was the natural one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of those all hit, and they each do 2d6, so I'll just do /R, 28d6.
What type of damage do they do?
It's untyped.
Actually, these might not hurt it. Is it untyped damage?
Yeah, we were just looking at it. It says each tentacle does 2d6 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, because they don't say... Yeah, they just say deal 2d... Yeah. Yep. And then they collapse after they hit it. So that's 114 points of damage, Sam.
Yay.
Of cheater damage.
Well, it's dead.
Haha.
Cure is free.
How much health did it have left, Sam?
It had 67.
Okay, I gained 67 temporary HP.
Nice.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Actually, there might be a cap on that. Before I say that I gained that, let me see what it says the cap is.
That's like 2 Alowins.
Because I think it's like a certain amount. You can't gain
Quadruple.
more than your max. Oh yeah, so I gain all of that.
Your max HP
yeah,
isn't
sorry.
more than 67.
Be nice.
Don't
I'm
lie.
not BRIXBI.
Oh no. BRIXBI catching strays with his
Hey,
not substantial HP.
103.
And that'll be his turn, and all but one of his tentacles just collapse and are no longer there.
All right, well, things are very different now. It's time for Tarazi.
Should I just keep slashing them. I don't know if this is the best idea, but I don't know what else. Oh, okay. I'll do that. And he'll keep slashing. Let's 5 foot down so that if for whatever reason he ends up killing one of them, he can just slash at the rest. It'll be fun. Oh, such good rolls when they don't matter. Except for the 2. The 2 is terrible. But I did roll a 19 and an 18 in there, which would have been pretty cool. For 24 on the first attack.
All right, first one's still up.
31 on the second.
Now it's dead.
Yeah.
Nice.
And on the Zen, we'll do a 26.
All right, it's still up. Not by a ton.
And Rusty's going to just back up a little bit more. And that will do it for us.
All right, BRIXBI.
BRIXBI's going to delay.
All right, Kira, you just spent some time being like the skeletons in the drawing there, but now you're not.
Yeah, now she's not. Kira, who was seconds away from pouting, certain that BRIXBI was going to take down the last guy and she wouldn't be able to do any damage at all, will throw a grateful look toward her friend and then 5-foot step to the south right, and we'll do that. And then she'll be 5 feet away and full attack. 36? Oh, I mean, I guess it doesn't, yeah.
Anything but a 1 will hit it.
Okay. 22. Sorry. That was a 36 on the first one, 38 on the second one, and a 20, dirty 20, and a 36, 38, 20, and a 21.
Yeah, those all hit.
Oh, right, because of the low. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, AC 6.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Not
AC.
exaggerating.
Roll. This is going to be, we established a D12, so that's all hits. So like 4D12 plus 100. 4D12 plus 100. Ah, so satisfying, probably. It's no Alloin damage, but it'll do. 125 points of piercing.
Sorry, that is 0 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. That's so unfortunate. I'm really upset.
I felt really mean letting you go through all of that, but at the same time, it's kind of fun for me.
I hope so, Sam, because I'm sad now. I'm sad. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to take a nap. That's it. I'm done for the night.
Well, good news. Plasma ooze.
No. Better news. BRIXBI time. BRIXBI is going to run 30 feet into the room. He's going to level his finger at the ooze, and he is going to make a ranged touch attack. Come on now. There we go. 14 for a 31. I'm going to need it to roll me a fortitude save.
I believe it's fairly fortitudinous.
I'm sure it is.
We have
We're just trying to do damage.
So many Universal Monster Rules tabs open right now. Only a 20.
Oh, it fails my disintegrate roll. All right, 30d6 points of damage. This is so mad about my caustic eruption. 102.
Yeah, it's dead.
Hooray.
You aren't immune to disintegrate damage. That's not BRIXBI's voice. That's Zach the player saying that to you, Ooze.
And Zach, if it's okay with you, Kira looks down at her hands after having done no damage and is like, I'm amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she thinks it's just like delayed.
Yeah. She's like, it was so much damage, it took a second.
Slowly and like deflated like a balloon. You just poked a hole in it. That's all
Right.
it took. Whoa, yeah, you saved us. He's wiping goop off of his face. Well, this was certainly a decision that we made.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Is there anything in here?
No, we're all responsible. Yeah, is there anything in here for our suffering? Or is there
No,
cold?
just a radioactive room.
It's a cold universe.
And now we have
Cancer.
to leave.
This is just a room
cancer in the room.
to be mean.
Yeah.
Imagine this is a very good room if you're playing XP based level up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's juicy. That's 76,800 XP.
Wow.
Oh wow.
If you want to put a number on it.
This is a way out, right? This is like a little treat at the end.
Yeah, it was kind of a walk me down ooze situation. A walking tamale ooze.
Well, this place somehow sucks worse than it did before, but at least we didn't hang out in the hole or the pit room with the screaming.
That's true. Let's go back and kill all the bad guys we missed.
I'm sure that'll result in us being mechanically stronger.
Go fight those demons.
Yep. Yeah, that all sounds really good. Very, very good to me. So, Ruby took like about 30 points of damage in that. If I were to put, a number on it.
Yeah. I can heal because I only actually cast 2 spells that entire combat.
If you imagine a box of donuts and there's 162 donuts, and then you took out 56 of those donuts, that would represent how much health that Tarazi has lost in this battle.
Okay. I want to go too. If you had a grove of apple trees, and each of those apple trees had 1 apple on it, and I'm down to 150 something.
How do I make any money with my 1 apple trees?
Okay, I'm just gonna touch Kira and cast heal on her.
Thank you.
So I did a cure serious mass. Everybody got 22 from that. Kira, take another 150.
Okay, thank you.
I feel like a 1 apple tree is a good marketing thing because sometimes there's just too many apples.
Sometimes it's too many apples. You have to give the apples to your neighbors.
Yeah.
And what's Tarazi at right now after taking the 22?
He needs 34 more donuts to be at full donut.
So another 34.
Beautiful. Thank you. This is the exact amount of donuts.
That should be everybody topped off. I have these. Oh, I have those for an hour. We need to go fight something else.
No, we don't. Go get him, tentacles.
Well, Allowen is engorged with extra health.
Engorged.
He's just
Walk
looking,
around
he's
getting into
glowing
fights.
with plasma blood.
Oh no, I was imagining that he was just like swelled up, like when he hits him, like sucks life out of him, like a friggin' bloat mage.
He's so healthy. Look at all of his blood. That's how that works.
Yeah,
This guy
I mean that is how
full
that
of
works.
blood.
So that's a class in this game.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, definitely the blood mage, but I just mean in a general sense. The more blood and organs you have in the body, the healthier you are.
Just pack them full of blood and organs.
Yep.
So we beat the game, yeah?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was it.
yeah,
That was
do
the
we need
final
to-
boss.
Oh,
I think you had general ideas of either trying to appeal to the Black Sovereign or de-addict him somehow,
Kira,
Oh, yeah.
lure him into a trap
Kira
and
beat him up.
hold him down and cure him.
I'm like, but how do you surreptitiously cast it?
I have long arm.
That's not surreptitious. That is, if anything, the opposite of it. Unless you use it to tap on his opposite shoulder so he looks the other way.
I cast long arm. I just run into
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say.
dining hall, slap him in the face, and run back out.
Just a
Stand
big
behind
weird
him.
arm snakes around the corner.
Because can you hold heal?
Like
yeah,
a
it's creature
charge?
touched. Yeah.
Just keep trying to touch him while he rips your arm off and beats you with it.
I mean, you could go just try to give him a hug. You might get him at like a happy drunk.
I was gonna say, like, can I cast it before we go into the room, hold it, and then like go in and try to shake his hand? Like, would that work?
I mean,
Can he? Unwilling target, I think it's a will save.
Oh, yeah.
well, I'm sure that the barbarian doesn't have a good will save against magic or anything.
Yeah.
Plus, I guess that, I don't know, there might be some sort of, because I mean, it's also detectable, right? Like a charge in your hand would be detectable.
Yeah, like it's glowing or something, I imagine. Yeah, because that was the same issue. I remember we talked about like trying to sneak up to him invisible, but then we said that there's no way he's not going to be guarded by people that can see invisibility.
Oh, maybe I conveniently switch PCs, roll a 50 plus diplomacy saying, please don't resist this spell save. It's for your own good. And then he's like, oh, okay. I'm going to cast heal.
Yeah, run back and get Cassius.
He's in the guest room right now.
Oh, that's right. He came with us. I forgot.
Oh, he actually died.
Oh, never mind. He died.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, Kolinket killed him while we were out.
He's allergic to shellfish. That was it, you know? He was strong PC, but he couldn't handle those oysters.
Classic tiger weakness.
It was actually the down in the comforter in the guest room. Just he went into anaphylactic shock, and that was the end of him.
Oh, man.
Hate to see it.
What a way to go.
There was a whole side episode on it.
Cutscene killer.
No.
It was tragic.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we also discussed with Cooling Kit that it would be very difficult for her to like sequester away the Black Sovereign because they haven't been on great terms. So, and I think we were a little apprehensive to do that anyway because we wanted to like minimize the damage if it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about he would respond to a summons from the first sovereign?
Well, didn't we also discuss the difficulty of like conveying that to him? I mean, I guess that's something that Cooling Kit would have potentially would be down there and see the first sovereign and then like, carry the message up. It's just like, what's the plan when he's down there? Like, are we going to 1v6
I assume we
the
jump
sovereign?
him and try to touch it. Yeah.
Jump him,
I
touch
assume
him.
we Jump. Yeah. We try to.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like Tarazi and Kira try to grapple him so that Alan can touch him.
Brix gives him the humble acid splash, so he has to take the -7 to his save.
Yeah,
And then
that's true.
and then you get a hot, granted he's going to take all this sneak, but then he gets that penalty on the heal.
And it's the bravest thing I do before I die. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a difficult one. I mean, if you could put drugs in the hypo gun and shoot them at people like Hellbroth, can't you put anti-drugs in the hypo gun and shoot them at people like reverse Hellbroth? There's no way that
Yeah,
we can.
I'm sure there probably is an item, and if there is, this would be the campaign it was probably introduced in that is like an anti-drug potion. I can't imagine that doesn't exist.
There's probably something. I mean, there's lots of drugs, but
There's lots of drugs. Let me add that to the episode titles.
there's all sorts of drugs in this game. So what's the plan? I moved y'all up a floor.
Yeah, it's just let's go in the hole and figure it out. Just spend a little time down in this area.
Jump in the hole?
No, we're not going in the hole.
I mean, if you want to jump in the hole, you could jump in the hole.
Sam
What's the
sounded
worst
so
that could
excited.
happen? Torment Nexus?
two torment. I guess at this point 4 torment nexi, because we've already handled 3.
What about the loot down there?
Yeah, there could be loot.
There are probably dead bodies.
Anti-drugs. Right down there in the hole.
There's just a
might be.
large glowing case. It says anti-drug case.
It looks like we have basically diplomacy or trickery as an initial overture, and then we're probably going to have to fall back on some sort of fighting if either of them go wrong. The question is, what do we feel the most strongly about? I'd like to think that there is a way that we could leverage like the words of Vargas effectively, diplomatically, to maybe pierce through his intoxication. But at the same time, I worry that any deception that we have, if it's not perfectly executed, will absolutely result in immediate combat, and we should have a plan for that. Because even if we cure him from his addiction, if he's in the rage that big stuff could assume, would he care? Would he stop attacking us? Or would he just kill us all and then take another swig and be addicted again? I think that it needs to be something more if we're going to recover this man. It can't just be a gotcha with a spell.
Someone that has better thinking than Alwyn. What if, like, Kira or Tarazi challenged him to a one-on-one duel, and then Alwyn healed both of them when the duel was over, like, supposedly just healing their wounds, but if he casts heal, it should do the other stuff too. Like, not a fight to the death, but just like a I challenge you for an exhibition fight type thing. Do we think he would accept something like that? And then afterwards, Alwyn could be like, oh, wow, you guys fought good. I'm going to heal you both up.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I just, like, I don't know. This is really getting into the nature of addiction, right? But like, as I understand addiction, I mean, it's just as much like intrinsic as like external factors, right? So like, he may not feel compulsed to like go and take this substance, or he feels like negative mechanical effects in the game. But that wouldn't stop, again, someone just slapping him on the back and being like, you love this stuff. And him being like, oh yeah, I love this stuff.
That's right.
Like, I'm not compelled to drink it, but I'm still going to drink it, right? So I just like, this is what we have to unmask what is happening to him in a clear and effective way that steals his resolve to not just go and drink Numerian fluids right after we heal him.
I wonder if we can... It's too bad we accidentally got that one captain blown up by a robot, because if we had a league captain is able to force them to like admit that they're purposely drugging him.
I mean, we technically could if we wanted to continue with decapitation strikes against the Technic League, and then try to see if Zernabeth could then... But I mean, like, that also seems like suicide, right? For like someone to come out and be like, we've been mind controlling you, man, with the giant sword.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
What if we make them say we've been mind controlling you, man, with the giant sword?
What if you
Through
mind
coercion.
control them into...
Or diplomacy?
Into saying it, yeah. And we could try to trick them into saying it in front of him with diplomacy.
We'll go in with a wire and be like, so what have you been doing lately?
Yeah.
Like, what are you up to?
Did we roll on what the first sovereign was exactly? Are they just a ghost? Like a run-of-the-mill ghost?
I don't think that anybody rolled successfully on what she was.
Okay. Because, like, I'm curious about, like, the level of intelligence that, like... Did it seem like they were an intelligent undead at all? In the way that
Definitely to at least some extent. It was weird because she didn't seem to be able to, like, communicate properly, but at the same time, she, like, operated strategically. She was, like, possessing the robots and the bear and stuff.
The bear.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So that is not the type of intelligence that I'd want to marshal. Because I'm like, the thing that I could think here is we just need to stage an intervention. We need to get as many people that are stakeholders in this person's life and try to assemble them all at once and see if we can, like, because I mean, yes, it could potentially look like a mutiny or it could look like a coup, and it might be presented as that as we try it. But I'm just like, could like Vargas, like Cool Inkit, some other person we convince to like all just sort of converge and be like,
Eshki?
yeah. Oh yeah. Eshki. Excellent. Yeah, of course. Eshki from the bar. I mean, we could try to, if we can find a way to get to Technicool and see if it's like a, do you want to see your leader bow to a bunch of puny wizards like me, the rat? If not, then go smash him. I mean, and worst we'd have to do is fight him. But like, I don't know. But I that's my current thought as Zach the player, is that like we have to convince him, and I think the only way that we're going to convince him is if we use multiple people, maybe.
Yeah.
And we think our chances with Technicool are not, like, do we think that's not worth pursuing? Because I think it feels like...
I think from what Cooling Ket said, it sounds like he's not gonna go along with it.
Yeah, she said
That's
she
the
didn't trust
impression we
him
got, right, Sam?
and didn't use
Yeah.
any of his guards because she assumed they were all compromised.
Maybe there's something in that vault of his that will remind him of his former glory. We should probably break in.
I mean, I have the teleports. If there's like a multiple alarm spells or something that go off while we're in there, I'm pretty sure we could never convince him that we were here for his good.
Kira's like, I'm looking for the
We just
bathroom.
have to like give up on that portion of the adventure path entirely. And whenever we meet Unity, we're like, can you just blow up Starfall, by the way? That would really solve the whole Book 5 problem for us.
Well, I think maybe we go back and talk to Cooling Ket again. I think is probably the first step to anything else we do. We have Vargas's stuff, so he can technically rejoin the party without dying immediately because he has no weapons and no abilities. So that's good. If we need him for anything, we can get Eshki. Like, I think Zach's idea is a good idea. And I think Alan will even say, like, assuming BRIXBI was saying that, that's probably a good idea, that we should maybe go get everyone that knew him before he was weird like he is now. And then we can try to all figure out what to do together.
Yeah, I mean, I would defer to what Cooling Ket thinks her mate would be the most receptive to. Because we can try to deceive him downstairs, but if the initial deception would make it too difficult for us to reach him, then I think we're going to have a more formal overture where he's keeping court.
And then we can try punching the addiction out of him.
Not to like make this conversation cyclical, but if he is too messed up to even hear reason, then we're right back in the like, how do we make him less poisoned, less like intoxicated?
Well, I mean, we always have the like final thing of we all just jump him, beat him unconscious, and heal him after that. Like, that's definitely last resort, but I feel like all of us together could probably beat him.
I think
boy.
we
Yeah.
start with Cooling Ket and see what she says. Maybe she has a secret tip that she hasn't shared with us for some reason.
All right. Yep. Cooling Ket time.
All right, so we're heading up.
Yes, please.
Just for my edification, what is the order since it's like a 5-foot hallway?
Clearly, Alwyn and BRIXBI first, one on the other person's shoulders.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
Nope, arms crossed, skipping ahead 30 feet in front of everyone, as always.
All right, so you going up the stairs from the first sub basement to the second sub basement up to the regular basement.
Yeah.
This is
For
very
anybody wondering at
sus.
home, the actual marching order is Kira, Tarazi, Rusty, and then Alwyn and BRIXBI in the back.
Yeah, we didn't
was-
actually answer that question out loud.
Tarazi went first.
Oh, was it Tarazi? It looked like it was
Tarazi
Kira
went
in front.
first, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was Tarazi.
So you come up to the highest level of basement that you've been to so far, at least, and coming around that corner, heading to the north in this sort of long, narrow hallway, there is a Kelid woman standing in front of a closed door. And she's a Kelid woman, but at the same time, like the war paint that she has done, instead of being the sort of earth tones that you might expect to see in a Kelid warrior, it's like bright icy blue, and like her robes are done up with accents of the same, and she's dyed her hair. She's got a theme going. It's very It's a lot more ostentatious than you would expect from your standard Kelid warrior. She definitely looks like she's got a little bit of a fashionable thing going on. And as you come around the corner, she says, "I knew it. I knew you'd come back."
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, yep, here we are. Got us.
And she says, why don't you come forward a little bit just so everybody can come around the corner and we can have a little conversation. Not too close, though.
I'm worried about this door I see to the side that people are going to, like, spill out of there if we come forward.
Sure. I'll roll a sense motive. That is a 24.
And it seems like she's definitely hostile.
Does it seem like she's leading us into a trap with a 24 when she said, like, come forward?
I would say it's hard to tell. She definitely doesn't have your best interests at heart, is what I would say.
Come get in line formation. Trust me.
It's like, just if you
Yeah.
could line right up for a lightning bolt, that would be... I didn't say that.
Why don't you come closer to us and we can have that conversation you were hoping for? Over here.
Well, we have all this hallway between us that you could just fill in. Down there, it's all cramped and wraps around a corner.
How about you just back up into the room behind you then? Just keep backing up, and we'll meet you in there.
I could do that. That might complicate things just a little bit for all of us.
What do you mean?
I'd rather talk before I answer that question, if it's all the same to you.
It is not all the same.
She gets kind of visibly frustrated, maybe even kind of like stamps her foot a little bit. And she says, "Listen, stop being difficult. Just line all up. I had it all planned out. You're all supposed to just
line all up.
come in a line." And it
Look, we cannot waste time. Who are you? What is your intention? And can we move past you in this hallway without it being really awkward?
No, you can't move past me. I am a captain of the Technic League. I am here to arrest all of you for the murders of Grin Rassic and the other guy, and Sturklinder. And once I bring your heads to Osmond, I'll reap my rewards.
You're
Wait, did she say Grin Rassic?
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
kill Grin.
Yeah. Did she fake her freaking death? I really do not like that person.
Oh, no.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
We're gonna have to kill you now. But we'll add you to that
sorry.
list of other technically captains, and maybe next time you'll be avenged.
She sighs and says, "Fine," and throws open the door behind her. The sound of buzzing comes out immediately. And let's roll for initiative. All right, what did Tarazi get?
A natural 19 for a 24.
Dang, speedy. How about Alwyn?
Alan rolled a 2 for a 10.
Kind of the opposite. How about Brixby?
Yeah.
Somewhere in between. There's a 5 for a 14.
And Kira.
Coming back around with a 13 for 24.
All right, so pretty speedy. At least the marshals are going ahead of anybody else. So our little Technic League friend here is going first. She's just going to real quick cast a spell on Tarazi. And by real quick, I mean in a quickened fashion. I need a will save.
Bummer. All right. Is this mind affecting?
Sure is.
Then I will get to, of course, roll twice and take the better. Good, because one of those was a 3. The other one is a 14 for a 27 dresses.
All right, 27 dresses is a sufficient number of dresses.
Yes.
You are fine. Unfortunately, she will then cast a second spell because that one was quickened. So she's just going to real quick cast a regular spell on Kira. We'll save for you as well.
Is that mind affecting?
It sure is.
Okay. Just wanted to ask because I thought it'd make me sound smart. I can't do anything about that. That's a 19 for a 31.
All right, well, she's very visibly frustrated at this point, and then she's just going to scoot out through the room here, hide behind some big, scary, buzzy creatures. And, that's the end of her turn. Snake Squad's up.
Well, Tarazi wasn't with the group when we met buzzy creatures. That was a different party member. What's the knowledge on buzzy friends?
That is planes.
Not ideal. I'll roll for fun though. It's a natural 20 for a 23.
23, actually, it isn't great.
No, it's not.
I don't think you know what these things are with a 23.
Even a natural 20?
On skill rolls,
Fortunately, we're not playing 2E.
you don't have critical effects on skill rolls, unfortunately.
Huge bummer. Well, cool. He's about to find out though, because he's got a straight line and a null blade. He is just going to charge right on in. Oh, there's more than one. Oh, there's 3 of them. Yeah, we're just going to take a single strike. Wish I had the natural 20 for that. Natural 19 will play though. Critical threat, 37.
All right. Extra dresses.
So many. And to confirm, I guess it would have been a 39 because of the charge. Oh, natural 18 to confirm. So we're looking at a 38.
That's a critical hit.
Okay. Wish I still had lead blades on. And these things are of the daemon family, so they don't count as aberrations or constructs or humans. Basically just sadness. So we're looking at 2d10 plus 32, and then we'll roll for the shield bash. 43, and I'll roll that shield bash attempt. That was a 2. No shield bash.
All right. Well, pretty
All
good
right.
anyway. How about Rusty?
Rusty is... What is Rusty's speed here? Probably a lot. Yeah, he's got a 50-foot move speed. So Rusty can... I guess he can't really charge because he doesn't have reach. But he can run up, goop up. Oh, there's really not a lot of room in there. So he'll stop there and chomp at the bottom right duder. That's 31 to chomp.
31 chomps.
19 damage, and now the trip attempt. Ooh, that's pretty good. That is... No. Okay, 37 to trip.
That will not trip the multi-legged horrible beast.
Bummer. Good attempt, though, and Rusty got in one last attack before he explodes.
And with that, as Tarazi and Rusty have bravely charged into the room with these horrible chittering monsters, I'm going to bed.
Night, Sam. Night, chittering
Night, Sam.
monsters.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, horribly chittering monsters.
Good night, horrible chittering monster.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Waveforms. Why is the line so thick? Why is the line thick?
Dummy waveforms.
So thick.
It's disturbing me that the line is thicker now. I don't know if that's just an Audacity's new feature or if there's
Yours
just
is
like
always thicker. There's like a hum or something on yours. It's never anything I can hear, but yours always has a thicker line than everybody else's.
Got that thick air.
and I've just never noticed the thickness of my line.
Hit.
Thought you said you only got one because.
No, I can only target one creature.
Oh, okay.
If I hadn't moved, I could do 15 attacks against each of them because the spell is stupid.
Amazing.
You get a tentacle per level, and they can all attack every turn. They just do very little damage. I'm just going to roll 15 of these and see if I get a natural one. If I don't, I'm assuming they're all going to hit. For the people at home, the screen is slowly filling up with D20s in our Foundry chat.
They're bright red.
Oh, I thought there was another enemy at the end of the hallway, but it's Rusty.
Oh, no.
Don't attack Rusty.
Alwyn uses his last tentacle to hit Rusty.
Okay, so that's 15 minutes of discussion and some plan.
Yeah.
A little bit, kind of.
Yeah, if we tried asking Unity, that's a good question. Can we talk to that gargoyle lady?
You'd have to find her, but she might not be outside of the mountain.